Good evening, everybody. Everybody. Good evening, everybody. And I am really, really very sorry. Number one, for keeping you in this long wait, and number two, which is more, I think, despicable. I yet again forgot to have a book with me of class 8, and meanwhile I tried to download some PDF or whatsoever from the internet, but I actually could not, and that's why I actually did away with the idea of continuing with the Midnight Express. And instead I thought, why not check your homeworks for today, and do some discussions otherwise. So if you have something in your mind, you can ask them about anything, about Midnight Express, about any other text, or whatever it is, maybe some grammatical items or something regarding writing or increasing your vocabulary or whatsoever you think which actually pertains to the improvement of English language and literature. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. I just have some hairdo, so you can ask that away today. This is going to be a free, completely session without having any kind of idea. Sometimes you go aimless, where things become meaningless. Today is that type of a day when you have messed everything up. Actually, I have messed everything up. I was thinking that I was pretty much comfortable with the idea that yes, I have everything set up, just I will come and sit and start this live session. And the moment I sat and tried to open the book, I saw that I have every other books with me, but not the book of class 8, because this is a different setup, and I have the book of class 8 in some other place. So that's it. Now let's check your homeworks, which is there in Facebook. Let's see. This is not scrolling down. How many of you have sent your homeworks? Tell me. Again, today is the day of problem, is it? My English with PK page is not scrolling down. Yeah, now it's perfect. Yeah, yeah, yes. And you also have sent me some letters. Devajyoti, the letter you sent me, I think it was the task of the previous day. So let's just check this homework. Dear Sharnik, how are you? I hope you're well. I am live anyhow. Well, that sounds very depressing. I am alive anyhow. But well, I have not seen your face for a long time. I will be able to step in Krishnanagar soil or not. Okay, this one. Okay. Yes, Devajyoti, it is good. It is good, and I have a like for it. And then this is of Autrish. It was sent on 25th June, a long days ago. I did not check it probably. or maybe I did. Yeah, yeah. I am checking. Santrish. Did they give up or could survival were replaced? A voluntary organization was found by us. When they saw us, they came near us and took us to their tent. They gave us food, water, and arranged the tickets of special train. Good one. Now I'm in the train and heard that we shall arrive tomorrow. I'm very happy to see that I'm alive. Good, good one, Akhilesh. ভালো হয়েছে. Good one. And then, well, now let's come to today's section. Yes, first I see that of worship. In our life, there are many incidents what are out of science or any method. Today, I'll tell you about the situation in our life. It was next year. What is this? The previous night of the third summit. It is not next year, worship. It should be the previous year. I mean, that makes it pretty much impossible. Or is that an eerie incident you are talking about? That the next year, maybe it was just I did not understand why two I would against things. I was astonished. They all appeared in my mind. I felt glad and well. So you love history? I see. Great feeling in my mind. Kant, it is worship of Kant. The spelling of Kant is C-A-N. The apostrophe T is not double N, then apostrophe T. Find any answer. The question, answer to the question would have been better. If I told this incident again, it's wrong spelling. I-N-C-I-D-E-N-T. Incident, not incident. It's incident, not incident. Answer of the question. Okay. Good idea. Well, next we have of. Achha, by the way, did you read the epitaph which I had written off on my bike? Did you? I had posted a link of my blog. The blog was actually, I started the blog quite a long time ago when I was in Purulia. I started that blog. I used to write something, and then I did not have a camera, and I was pretty much into writing. Today, unfortunately, I do not write as much as I used to write when I used to be in Purulia. That's a shame, actually. So, if you please, or if you please, then go by it, read it, and tell me how you liked it. And then next, let us come to of Shumayun. Yeah, it is a big one, as you told me. Darkness, let's zoom it. Darkness and more like a couple. However, these 14 years, right? So I grow this without saying anything. Okay, let's go to the next page. I do not see better. It's a long story. I went there. The condition of the house is really miserable. The main gate was made of iron. Rusted. Rusted normally would have been better had you written it was rusty. Okay. Suddenly I saw a name plate. There was written Joseph Anderson. I think Shumayu or now it is again in a tilted. It's not in the right orientation. I think I have to read it from my mobile phone. Yes. I have to download it and then I have to rotate it and then I have to read it. You see the audio that I have to do. Let's rotate it. Yes. See, I have done. I have actually rotated this thing, and then I have to read it. Suddenly, what happened? If I send my homework through PDF, that could be better. Don't send it as a PDF file to my JPEG is better, I think, as far as it is downloadable and easily deletable, maybe. Yeah, you don't have to say sorry. Just check before sending. Anyway. Okay. Okay. Then the last page, I think. Yes. The last page, and that again I have to rotate. Okay, let's rotate. Done. After some days, I could know that Josephine Anderson was an oppressive. It would be an oppressive. Okay, my British who was killed by the Indian farmers. This event took place at the ভালো হয়েছে good work of the Shumayu. Good work. So there are some one or two spelling mistakes, by the way, but again, those are you can ignore. But what I like is your gritty writing and the gripping style with which you have written it. I really like it. Thank you. And then it is off. I think it's there are some requests. So let me see. Discuss something about clause. Okay. Let me see that. Let's see if there are some other comments. Okay, I'm coming back to it, but now let's check the homework of. It's still like that to me 3 years ago. I went to Diga with my father, mother, brother. Brother booked a hotel named Moonlight He took two rooms. My father and my mother was in the first room, and my brother took the second room. All day we enjoyed a lot and became tired. We went to a hotel and entered the room. Suddenly I noticed it would be noticed. Okay, as you are writing in the past tense, so you have to maintain one tense throughout the paragraph or the story. It actually sounds better. Or if you can't maintain the tense, actually it looks like or reads pretty unprofessional. So please pay attention to that. Suddenly I noticed that the room number of my 13, I knew 13 is an unlucky number, so I did not believe this type of superstition. Okay, very good. Still now I like your story because its speed is very good. It moves at a good pace. So it's good. We ate our dinner and slept. Everything was going well, but suddenly in the midnight, I wake up on hearing a dripping water. I switched on on the tube that was coming in the bathroom. I saw the tap was open and the water was falling on the bucket and making the sound. I closed the tap and slept again, but some minutes later, I heard the same sound again. I became frightened. I switched the tube light, but it was not lighting. I switched on my torch. At the same time, at 2:30 a.m., I closed the tap again. But the same thing happened with me again. Suddenly, the windows are getting afraid. You're really creating the atmosphere very well. So I felt a chill in my whole body. I spent the night, but the water was still dripping. In the morning, I called my father, but saw the water was not making any sound. We went to the manager and asked him about this. He became frightened and said that one of the employees gave this room to us by mistake. It was really a ghost room. Many years ago, a man was murdered in that room, and still then the room is closed. Some of the people who came to this hotel also experienced like me. We came out immediately from the hotel as our friend time had come. Beautiful. I really like this. I really like this writing. It is actually flawless. Uh, so there is nothing in this writing. There is nothing in this writing. But why I like it, let me tell you. Let me tell you. The, okay. Yeah. Because the story it does not have a good deal of elements. It does not have the advent of the ghost or some mysterious happening, too much mysterious happening. No, he sticks to one particular incident, and that is not just something which is very big or happening. That is very little incident. That is just water droplets dripping in the bathroom, and you are getting frightened by it. And the way the story moved on and the way he unfolded the story and the precision, everything about the story was so beautifully handled, and that's why I really like it very much. I actually like to see this type of writing. Okay, sorry for the interruption. There was a phone call. And then of Piyush, thank you for writing here in Facebook. I mean, not sending the picture. It makes it easier to read. Okay. So last Sunday, the incident happened with me. Acha. I haven't any idea of the ghost spirits before that. Evening, the lockdown period, I returned home from the grandmother's house, and my parents were not at home. So I decided that I would stay at my grandmother's house. Unfortunately, I have forgotten to bring my mobile whenever I had my tuition at 7:30 p.m. in mobile. So I came home and decided to leave the night at my own house alone. After entering home, I washed myself and sat on the bed, and whenever I on the TV. No, I switched the TV on. I switched on the TV, or I switched the TV on. Okay, it's not just not I on the TV. On does not make up a verb. Okay, so that's just a preposition. Good when like so I was so feared. No, I was so afraid. I'm not so feared. My parents will be back, would be back. See, again the same mistake you have done, that if you have not maintained one particular tense, and especially when you are writing a story, almost all the stories they are told in past tense, because you are telling or you are enumerating a past event, so you have to keep one particular tense, and you have to keep that in mind rigidly. আমরা বাংলায় ভেবে ফেলি না, আমরা বাংলায় ভেবে আমরা মানে আমরা এরকম ভেবে ফেলি যে বাংলায় বলতে গেলে যে আমি ভেবেছিলাম যে, ধরো আমি পাঁচটাই ভাগ বলছি, যে আমি ভেবেছিলাম যে বাবা আসবে, ইউ সি দ্য ডিসক্রিপেন্সি, যে আমি ভেবেছিলাম বাবা আসবে, ভেবেছিলাম এটা পাস্ট টেন্স, বাট আসবে এটা হচ্ছে ফিউচার টেন্স। and these things, uh, this type of speech is quite acceptable as far as Bengali grammar or Bengali tradition of speaking is concerned, but that is not allowed in English. So when you have to speak, say this in English, you have to say, I thought father would come. It will not be, I thought father will come. No, that is something which is incorrect. Okay, so already shit, I don't, after spending some time on trouble, I couldn't understand. And that was 7:23. Spending some time was light like spirit was traveling in my room. Okay, how terrifying! And the insects and the wolf sounds made my hair. Oh my God! I could not know which I had to do, which I had to know. That's again a wrong English. I could not know. I could not understand. I could not know. Again, that's a very pedestrian English. I could not understand what I should do or what to do. Simply, I just waited for my parents. I was praying to God to send some parents quickly, and at that moment, my parents went into my room. My parents came back simply, right? Simple things. My parents came back. I told them about I was going to fainting, no, going to be faint or fainted, because they were my real parents who were so horrifying. They asked me if they please refer to my parents. I said to my parents, so who are in the house, like, wow. Well, the plot was really amazing, Piyush. Uh, there were quite some writings in here. Oh my God. Um, yes, previous year. Um, well, what I think, Piyush, about your writing, that your writing, the plot which you have constructed is really awesome. It actually terrified me, and the final twist that came at the last, that was really amazing. Uh, Hats off for thinking out such a beautiful plot. But what I think, that there were some mistakes in the syntax and some please don't do all these things. Anyway, stop quarreling amongst yourselves. Let's just see. Yeah, I think just brush up your sentence making ability, pay attention to your syntaxes, some grammatical spellings and subject verb agreement and tenses, and I think the writing will be quite improved. Okay, so now tell me, I think we are done with homeworks. Is there anything left which I have not checked? I don't think so. Now let's see if you have sent me anything in WhatsApp. No, no. Well, somebody asked me to discuss about clause. Uh, clause. I discussed the clause in one of my Facebook videos. You can go back to that and watch. And again, for recapitulate, I did not discuss everything in detail, like each clause categorizing and doing that, because, well, that was simply not done. Again, to discuss clause, clause is a part of a sentence with a finite verb, and I told you that if you have any, I mean, more specific question, I think you should ask. Today's discussion about the okay, Devanjit. I mean, clause is a very big thing. I think if you have something in more particular, I mean, narrower things to ask me that. I may try to answer. So, again, to discuss about clause, if you are listening to this, please think about your question. Meanwhile, you think about the question and post it in here. Meanwhile, let me just discuss in brief about clause once again. That clause is nothing but a part of a sentence with a finite verb, and you have two types of clauses, as you have already known, that one is a principal clause and another is a subordinate clause. And what is a subordinate clause? Subordinate clause is also called the dependent clause. That means the clause which depends on the principal clause, or which I have told you as the standalone clause. Devojyoti is saying that please discuss colloquial. Colloquial, the spelling is wrong, Devojyoti. Colloquial languages about English. I did not quite understand what you are actually asking. What do you mean by colloquial languages about English? Please clarify or please explain it. Uh, you can also ask in Bengali, anyone, if you have some thing like that. Okay. হ্যাঁ তো যেটা বলছিলাম যে yes, the subordinate clause is also called the dependent clause, which depends on the principal clause, which I also call the standalone clause, which does not actually need the help of some other clause uh, to stand alone. And that's why it is called the main clause or the independent clause or the principal clause, as it is. And you have three uh, three categories or three divisions of subordinate clause. Actually, the subordinate clause is the clause which we have to discuss about, or which we have to learn about. That one is adjective clause, another is noun clause and the other is the adverbial clause. And what are these? They do nothing but the total part of that clause, that means the whole adjective clause or the relative clause, they actually do together the work of a single adjective. That's why they are called the adjective clause, and same for the noun clause, that together that dependent part of the subordinate clause, they do the work of a noun. What a noun does in a sentence, so does that clause portion in that sentence, and that's why they are called the noun clause. And the same thing applies to the subordinate clause as well. Now, I think Debojyoti, you please clarify your question. That what do you understand, or what do you actually mean by colloquial question? I think it is actually the right spelling of colloquial. Colloquial means the regional languages, or which is also said as dialect. যেমন স্যার টাপুর টুপুর বৃষ্টি পড়ে ইংলিশ, ও আচ্ছা, তারপর সে তো কি গোল্লায় গেছে, আচ্ছা এর ইংলিশ কি হবে, এইরকম বাংলাগুলোর আমরা ইউজ করতে থাকি, তার ইংলিশ কিছু এক্সাম্পল দিলে ভালো হয়। ওয়েল, yes, of course, Shagnik, you can write the horror story once again. Of course, it's always better. If you, I think, if you really want to make your readers read the story, I'm telling Shagnik, you write the story, you do not post the image in Facebook group. You just take pain to type it there on Facebook, so it becomes easier for your readers and for me as well to go through that. আচ্ছা, দেবজ্যোতি যেটা জিজ্ঞেস করছে যে বাংলায় আমরা যেগুলো বলে থাকি টাপুর টুপুর বৃষ্টি পড়ে, এর ইংলিশ কি হবে। আচ্ছা, দেবজ্যোতি, লেট মি টেল ইউ ফার্স্ট দ্যাট টাপুর টুপুর বৃষ্টি পড়ে বা সে গোল্লায় গেছে, এই জিনিসগুলো না, এগুলোকে ইউ অ্যাকচুয়ালি নট call them what you have said, যে colloquial languages or the colloquial terms. Colloquial term is like which you use in a language which is the prerogative of a particular region or a particular linguistic group, ঠিক আছে, সেইটা আলাদা জিনিস। আর এখানে টাপুর টুপুর বৃষ্টি পড়ে, প্রথম কথা, টাপুর টুপুর is an onomatopoeia, it's a sound producing word, or যেটাকে আমরা ইংলিশে অনেক সময় লাইক থার্ড ব্যাং, ওকে, পিং, এই সমস্ত জিনিসগুলো দিয়ে বলতে থাকি। বাট টাপুর টুপুর বৃষ্টি পড়ে কি হতে পারে, দ্যাটস আ ডিফিকাল্ট কোয়েশ্চেন। Actually, what you see, টাপুর টুপুর বৃষ্টি পড়ে is essentially an Bengali expression. মানে আমরা বাংলাতে যে এক্সপ্রেশনটা টাপুর টুপুর বৃষ্টি পড়ে বললে, you are somehow transported to a particular poem or a particular type of weather or feeling in you, or your childhood memories of reading a poem and having that rain impinging upon your courtyard or on your tent or rooftop, whatever, ঠিক আছে। So translating that into English, you need to transcreate. Let me think. It's all of a sudden. What made this time? I just can't remember or work it out. আচ্ছা, এইটা বলাই যায় যে সে তো গোল্লায় গেছে, এটা বলাই যেতে পারে যে হি ইজ কমপ্লিটলি ওয়েস্টেড, ঠিক আছে। মানে আমরা অন্যরকম ভাবেও বলতে পারি যে লাইক হি ইজ টোটালি গন ইন দ্য রং ওয়ে, বাট সেটা না বলে it is better to say he is completely wasted or is completely uh, he had been led astray, no, astray, astray, astray. That is the better way of speaking. ঠিক আছে? Yeah, পথ করে উঠছে, পথ করে উঠছে, it is not actually a colloquial language. What I told you, পথ কথাটা কিন্তু when you are saying পথ, you are actually uh, mimicking a sound. When there is a great wind and the flag actually blows in this direction or in this way, it makes a particular sound. I don't know what that sound is called in English, but in Bengali সেটাকেই আমরা বলি পথ পথ করে ওরা. That is an onomatopoeia, or that is a sound producing, or that's not a colloquial language, but that is an onomatopoeia. um, Pitter patter. Yes, thank you, Shomoy. It's not patter patter. It's pitter patter goes the rain. Yeah. Very good. Why it is? Thank you. I was just not being reminded. Now, Adrish, what you are saying that it read profusely, that will not quite be the translation of it, because when you say it is raining profusely and যখন সেটাকে আমরা বাংলায় বলি টাপুর টুপুর বৃষ্টি পড়ে, টাপুর টুপুরের মধ্যে কোথাও যেন একটা there is a kind of sweet imagery that you are actually romanticizing the rain. You are liking the rain, you are romanticizing the rain, and you are also adding some sound effect of the impinging rain on your rooftop or whatever. I think what Shumayu has said is perfect, that it is the pitter patter goes the rain. That's beautiful. Drizzling, no, drizzling again is ilshe guri brishti যেটাকে আমরা বাংলায় বলে থাকি, but it's not the perfect translation or counterpart of টাপুর টুপুর বৃষ্টি পড়ে. ওকে, হ্যাঁ, তো এইগুলো নিয়ে ডিসকাশন যেটা তুমি বলতে পারো যে there is no particular way of translating this type of আচ্ছা সময় yeah, what you have written, that gone to the dogs or ducks, these are of course these are idioms. These are idioms or proverbs, and there is no particular way that you can assimilate or know these proverbs, that you just can't memorize. এই জিনিসগুলো আমিও করেছিলাম বা তোমরাও হয়তো পড়ে থাকবে, but you just can't produce it right about if you are not in uh, continuous touch with it, or if you are not using it, or if you are actually reading it all the time or hearing it all the time, because it is all about in your going it into in your functional vocabulary. The more you are in touch with all these type of words, the more you come across these words, maybe by your associate speakers, or by the books, or by the TV television, which you come across quite frequently through your ear, through your eyes. Okay, the more you are going to remember this, and the more you are using all these things, the more you are going to remember and produce these things. This will not be done just by memorizing. Okay, yeah. তো এই জিনিসগুলো এটাই ঠিক আছে, যে these are things which are actually the essence of a language, you can say. These are the essence of a language, and you have to go deeper into that language in order to be very much conversant with these things. Suppose you are a native English speaker, and if you want to pick up these Bengali dialectal, or as you were saying, the colloquial terms it will not be very easy for you. You have to be in continuous touch with it. You have to read more books. Okay, that's it. Well, any other question? If you have regarding anything, how are you practicing English in your home? No, there is. Shumayu is asking, sir, আমাদের কি proverbs মনে রাখতেই হবে? No, Shumayu, there is no compulsion as such that you have to remember, because as far if you are speaking in terms of examination, no proverbs or idioms are going to come in your examination. But again, if you want to write better English, if you are uh, in the quest of spicing your language up with different types of words, it is not about remembering or it is not about memorizing proverbs or idioms, as I just said. You have to know it. You have to know it and use it at the right places and right times. It will make you a better speaker or a better writer, not anything else. Of course, you can do very well without using any kind of proverbs or idioms. But if you do use your, sometimes your writing or your English or your language may be standing out than some other writings. Or you have to be judicious where you have to use it and where you do not have to use it. Okay, so it's all about your choice. No, no, he has gone to hell. No, 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 no. It's not about going to hell. I don't know. I seriously don't know. Take a running jump into the lake. I seriously don't know in Trayut whether it is. I have not heard of it. So I'm sorry. I really do not know that. Yeah, much ado about nothing. এখানে ado মানে কি? Adoর কোনো মানে নেই actually. Ado means actually it is a kind of fuss. I mean, doing something big or messy or fussy about something which does not actually have any meaning. So that is it. Much ado about nothing. That is again Shakespearean play as well. So এটা আমরা বলেই থাকি যে, বা আমিও বলি অনেক সময় ইউটিউবে বা যে কোনো ভিডিও শুরু করার সময় যে বা যে কোনো কিছু করার সময় যে, so without any further ado, let's get with it. মানে without going round and round in conversation. Well, Debojit is saying, I am practicing English by reading English books. Very good. I am reading the origin of almost everything introduced by Sir Stephen Hawking and planning to see the movie Gravity. Yeah, Gravity is a beautiful movie. Gravity is a beautiful movie. Must watch. And there are some other movies. I tell you to watch movies. English movies, they are really a beautiful platform for improving your language. Okay, I think most of you have access to the OTT platforms like online platforms like Hotstar or Amazon Prime or Netflix. So there are great movies of children, animation, or some other great movies as well, which you can see in those platforms. Okay, or maybe on YouTube as well. There are some free movies on YouTube, so you can also see that. And in this lockdown, I completed theory of everything. Okay, good. I could not complete theory of everything. Neither could I complete the book, which is actually the path-breaking book, or for which Stephen Hawking is so famous. That is his, wait a brief history of time. That is a beautiful book. That is a book written especially for the layman's. But towards as I go deeper into it, I just could not make head and tails of some different ideas, so I could never finish it. Okay, okay, I will try. I will try. Sure, I will try. Uh, well, I think you, uh, and I think if you have some other question, you can ask me. Today, I really again am begging pardon from you for really making this a complete mess. I was about to discuss, or I was about to continue with the story of the Midnight Express, and I was actually quite prepared for that. But I was just crestfallen when I saw that I did not have the book with me. So I was really very angry with myself as well. So, well, if you do not have anything more to ask, I think it's time for us to close the shutters and call it a day. Shall I? Shall I call it a day? Though it is a night out there, shall I call it a day? That is also a proverb according to thing which you were or we were discussing. Like calling it a day. What does it mean? Calling it a day means কোনো কিছু শেষ করা, or like calling it quits, মানে সেটা আবার একটু অন্যরকম, মানে একই মানে বাট স্লাইটলি ডিফারেন্ট। আই কল ইট কুইটস মানে আমি হাল ছেড়ে দিলাম, আই গিভ আপ, ঠিক আছে? বা ইজ অনিক ওয়াচিং, অনিক আর ইউ দেয়ার, অনিক শিকদার, are you there? If you are there, I would like to ask you particularly, or if anybody else, you can answer without please without don't look at the internet or search Google. Yeah, yes, Sonic is there. Can you please tell me the meaning of hanging one's boots? Hanging one's boots. Can you please tell me? That is also a proverb. That is quite a common proverb or an idiom, you can say. Hanging someone's boots. What is it? If some of you or any one of you can answer, please raise your hand. That is, just send an emoji of a hand raising in comment. No, not books. Hanging boots. Boot, juto. Boot juto. What does it mean? What is it? Who is gaming host? So, amazing name. Gaming host. Who is it? So, Anik, do you know it? If you don't, please say no. Shubhrojit said yes. If you know the answer, you can type it here. Onik has said no. I ask especially Onik because it has something to do. Yeah, it's totally an abnormal name, gaming coach. Um, um, why? Why Gecho? Because he climbs up trees. That's what I think. You don't have trees nowadays to climb on. Yeah, don't get so angry. We are just having some pranks with us. Anyway, I'm giving you an example. Now, from that example, try to crack the meaning of hanging somebody's boots. Let's say that Baichung Bhutia has hung his boots. No, 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 no. Baichung Bhutia has hung his boots. Not in football, it can be in anywhere. It can be in anywhere. Baichung Bhutia has hung his boots. মানে কি? বারবার আমি বললাম যে যে কুমার শানু, the singer, Kumar Shanu has hung his books. Yes, Anik, say, what is it? Yes, Indra, we have got the answer. Retirement. Retirement, exactly. Stop doing something. It's not just stop doing something, it is completely ending something forever. Retire. Hanging someone's boots means retire from your job or profession or whatever. It is especially used in case of in gaming world, or not in gaming world, but in games and sports. But you can apply that proverb in anywhere. Okay, so that is what is all about, that retirement, hanging somebody's boots, or as I was saying, that calling it a day, all these things. So again, so without with all these general discussions which actually led nowhere, let's call it a day. So good night to all of you, and please stay safe, stay alert, don't panic, don't হ্যাঁ বুট বুট চিরকালের বুট জোড়া চিরকালের মতো তুলে রাখা এক্স্যাক্টলি। এবার সেই বুট জোড়া এটা খেলার থেকেই এসছে। ইয়েস, হোয়াট রিকোয়েস্ট? কি রিকোয়েস্ট আছে অনেক, বল। আচ্ছা, অনেক রিকোয়েস্ট টাইপ করুক। তখন যেটা বলছিলাম যে as the cases of COVID-19 rising in our country, our state, and also in our town as well, please stay safe, please stay alert. Do not go outside your house if not extremely necessary. এটা অনেকটা আমি যে কথাগুলো বলছি অনেকটা সেই কাউকে ফোন করলে যেরকম কথাগুলো বলে সেরকম শুনতে লাগছে, বাট স্টিল দ্যাট ইজ নেসেসারি। And do not panic. Do things which gives you mental peace, mental exercise, and mental well-being. Do not panic, and what is mostly important in this difficult time and this unprecedented or unimagined time, as I have also mentioned quite a few times before, it is very essential to keep mentally fit, physically fit as well, but at the same time you have to keep mentally fit as well. হ্যাঁ, কি বলছে অনিক? হ্যাঁ বল না, কি বলবি তাড়াতাড়ি বল, দেরি করিস না। হ্যাঁ, ওয়েটিং। Okay, so what is this channel about? Let me know first. What is this channel about? Good night, Devajyoti. Good night, everybody who has bade me good night. And I'm asking Manik, what is this channel about? Is it something which is about painting? Is it unique? I will subscribe. Okay, I will subscribe. I will subscribe right now. Okay. So after I end this video, I will subscribe and thanks for staying here. Goodbye. Goodbye.